How are you doing, guys? Thank you for joining me on another AJ Focus hands-on video today. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying the weather wherever you are. It's beautiful weather in the UK at the moment. The sun is scorching. And we're just going to dive into this video. You've seen me do it before on Focus ST. This time, the Fiesta ZS-D needs it. Today, as you see by the title, fitting a dry shaft to the Fiesta. Yeah, so fitting a dry shaft to the Fiesta. Well, keeping the sunglasses on because I suffer of hay fever, and as you can see behind me there are trees and there's a pollen tree goes all the way along this wall here as well, and I can smell it, so I'm keeping my sunglasses on. You don't want to see my eyes right now, they are proper puffed up and watery as heck. Also, while I'm out here working, I'm going to be wearing a mask as well, just try and keep the pollen down while I'm doing this job, because I suffer when I'm around here working in the car, I suffer really badly with the pollen around here at the workshop. So today and yesterday I've been suffering quite bad, so I'm just going to protect myself with a mask today. I've got my awning set up so I'm not going to burn out here. It is, temperature wise, it is 20, wait for it to come back up, it's 30 degrees now, Christ. So anyway, let's just get on with this, shall we? I don't want to be out here any longer than I have to be. Crack on with the dry shaft, and this is how we're going to do it. The reason I'm changing the dry shaft is because my old one on here, the boots, both boots split and just shat out crap everywhere. And also, a subscriber donated a dry shaft, a second-hand dry shaft to me, and I fitted it. As soon as we fitted it, I drove away and it clonks back and forth. I was like, oh, you should give me a crappy dry shaft. So I've driven around with it just for now, just to also get for an MOT. And God, it clonks like mad, and it's so wobbly. As soon as you accelerate and get up to 60 miles an hour, the whole freaking right side, driver's side just wobbles. And clonking through first, second and third gear, and it's horrible. You can hear it out there clonking around. It's like, nah, this has got to go. And I was driving it the other day, pulled up a junction, crunched to go into second gear, really difficult trying to find the gear. I was like, oh, this dry shaft has to freaking go. I'm about to drive back up to Manchester, 250 miles, so definitely need a new dry shaft. So that's what we're going to be fitting. Let's get on with it. Before we do, if you are new, just quickly click the like button and subscribe. About 80% of you watch my videos aren't subscribed. It only takes a second, and I would really hugely appreciate it. Also, go and please check out my new channel. It's called Drive It with AJ, now available on YouTube, and also the Instagram page, Drive It with one word .AJ. It'll be at the bottom of the screen, along with my own AJ Focus Instagram page as well. Please go and follow me and subscribe there. I would hugely appreciate it. And also grab the new merchandise. The weather's here. I have new summer gear. I have hats and caps, ST and RS stuff, and I've also just dropped a new RS range as well. Limited edition t-shirt, so go and grab the new gear. Hugely appreciate your support if you guys can do that for me. And also on the new Drive It with AJ YouTube page, there is a GoFundMe page if you'd like to help me support me there as well to get those driving videos coming out and the new car, so stay tuned for that. Let's begin today's video. Really excited, sort of. I'm sweating already. So as you know how this goes, got the awning up. As you can see, the sun is right there and I'm right here. I will be baking right now. First things first you want to do is get your jack and an axle stand ready. So you're going to want to jack your car up and take your wheel off. So we're going to crack on and do that first. Okay, instantly when you take your wheel off, you want to just support your working area with an axle stand. Safety first, people. Right, after you I've put supports at the back. I'll put my smaller axle stand down here, and I'm just going to keep the jack there as well. So you want to get this nut off. Now, you will struggle with this nut because it has to be incredibly tight, almost 290 to 300 newton meters of torque on that nut or something like that. Check your specs and whatnot. There's a lot, so I had to quickly go to my mate's garage to get him to wing that off and then just nip it back up. So I'm going to use my torque wrench just to get it off now, because it's only nipped up. It'll be fine to go back in a minute. And then once you're in here, you'd want to undo, you guys can see that nut there that holds the lower wishbone on as well. So I'm going to quickly get that nut off, and we'll go from there. So not entirely sure what size that is, I'll let you know. Okay, so it's a size 32 you need on there. As you can see, it fits nicely. Awesome. So we're going to crack that off. Okay guys, the first things first you want to do is jack your car up. Make sure it's supported with axle stands. I'm going to keep the jack there as well. Remove your wheel. After you've removed your wheel, we're going to come straight over here to get this nut off. Now this nut is a 32mm socket, as you can see. Pause video there. Undo that, and I physically can't undo it either. I tried and I pulled my shoulder, so it wasn't nice. So I went to my mate's garage and he just undone it for me and nipped it back up. It's only 2 minutes down the road, so it isn't too bad. I'll just nip that back up, go to him, and he said he'd torque it back up for me. So first things first, we're going to undo that nut. You might struggle with it if you've got more powerful tools and you can get it off nice and easy. And you can do this in your driveway. If not, just ask you to go to a local garage if it's quite local to you. Nip it off and nip it back up slightly so you can do it. And then we'll go from there. Okay. There we go. That's a big old nut. Pretty cool. Right, check that to one side for a minute. That's what you should be met with. Right, next thing first you want to do now is get underneath your car, and you're going to want to undo that nut right there. That holds the lower wishbone on. Once you've undone that, you can pull that down, pull the hub out enough to pull the drive shaft out. But before you pull the drive shaft out as well, underneath on the drive shaft, hang on, get to all this in a minute, what we've got to get to. But for now, just get that nut off for the lower wishbone. New drive shaft is in there. I will leave a link down below where you can get this drive shaft from. I got it off eBay, £65 for a brand new one. Can't go wrong. We're also doing I think it's a 15 or 25% off, I can't exactly remember, discount, which it would originally be around about 75, 80 quid, I think, something like that. So I just brought it right down, which is a bargain for a brand new shaft. Cheaper than Ford's. I'm not entirely sure what size that is, but I'm going to use also, it looks like a T-piece in there as well, to hold that nut that side. But yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the wheel so I can get to it much easier. I just quickly went indoors and got a bottle of water because, like I said, it's like 30. It's now 32 degrees out here, and this concrete is, Christ, that is hot. I'm just glad I have this awning over me. I'm actually gone completely topless. Not that you need to know that, but I can't work being all sticky like that. It's getting hotter and hotter, so I really need to get this done quickly. So make sure you keep yourself dehydrated, guys. Make sure you drink lots of water in this weather. Like I said, please go on the AJ Focus storefront and grab yourself some hats. ST and RS hats. There is ST line and ZS hats coming as well. If not, they should be on there already. Just go and protect yourself. Just go and buy a hat. And there's also the best thing about the hat, right? It's on the back part of the hat is all netted as well. So you get a nice cool breeze in the back of your head, so you know your head's not sweating. So really nice thought out caps, and the logos are also stitched embroidered as well. So nice quality hats, and like I said, they just have a bit of ventilation on the back for if you get a sweaty head, so you won't get that. So go and protect yourself, guys. I worry about you when you're out here working on your cars. And also, go and grab some cups as well, because you could be out here working, you've got yourself a nice STRS cup, or whatever car you got, and you can have yourself a nice drink in a nice cup. Anyway, let's crack on with this. Okay, so the size is a 15. It might be different on yours, just check. It is. I'm going to use some WD-40 as well. So you've seen these special sockets before I've used. Good for getting off rounded nuts, but also very good for gripping nuts as well. They're a bit stubborn to come off. So just find your right size. I believe it's that one. And just double check the other one as well. Yeah. I'll use that one there. That's a 15. I'm going to crack that off and I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Okay. I love that socket set. You can buy this on eBay, pretty cheap. It gets it off nice and easily. Right, put that to one side, don't lose it. That should be able to come out now. Just get Gerald the crowbar as well, give it a bit of assistance. And yeah, just pop that out. But I'm just going to do this all off camera because it's getting hot out here. And I'll get to you guys in a second. Hopefully we'll fit down and out. So yeah, I don't know if you want to just tap that nut through, or that bolt through, just tap it through, then pull down on your wishbone, and I'll show you what to do underneath the car in a second. It's loose now, got it out. A bit of hammering, a bit of persuasion, just be careful. Not to split your boot. Ouch. And your hands as well. But a bit, and a minute ago that suspension was like that. It's starting to come out, it's gone through. As soon as you knock it, it wants to move, obviously. It's eager to get going, this thing. Right, next thing you've got to do, get under the car, and there's a bracket just there. Just like on the Focus ST, there's two bolts, one there and one at the top. You need to undo that bracket and take the bracket off. So it's this bracket here, you'll see it once you get under there. There's a bearing in there that also holds the drive shaft in place. I just smashed up my knuckles when I've done that, so that hurt. But yeah, this drive shaft's completely, I'll get it out and I'll show you, it's completely knackered. So I'm going to get under the car, undo those two bolts. Just be careful when you do that. I think it's like a 10mm or something like that. Yeah, I've also put a bit of a rubber glove, a nice thick rubber glove over that as well, just to protect the rubber and that little join there as well. Yeah, it's getting there. Just that last bit to do, and then the drive shaft's ready to come out. Get the new one in. I will show you the new one quickly. We have to do this quickly, remember, because obviously we will lose, I'm bloody bleeding. We will lose gearbox oil, so you want to get this one out and get the new one in as quickly as you can. That's really, really sore. So the new one's in here. Nice new one, lovely. So it's got a new nut on there as well. Yeah, there's the bearing I was saying as well, spins around. Yeah, should be able to get that straight in. So I'm just going to quickly do this off camera because I can't get the camera under there to show you, but I'll show you once I've got it off. I'm just going to clean my hand up as well. Ouch. Alright guys, I've got those two nuts off, so I'm just going to leave them there for a minute. So there's that bracket, just there. Got the bracket off, bracket's there. I'm going to give it a bit of a clean up. I'm just going to pull the drive shaft straight out and let's just get on with it. So yeah, you want to get out from under the car. Jeez, I'm covered in mud and oil now. My knuckles are hurting. Drive shaft's ready to just pull out now. So it's going to be a bit of a fight. As you know, it's coming out there, so you want to be careful with your hub, not to turn it and put too much strain on everything. Just be careful of any boots or any, like, not to pull your arm out if you're steering. Be careful of your boot underneath here as well on your wishbone. Though you really want the drive shaft to come out this way, would be my easiest bet. It's ready to just pull out now. But what we want to do is jack your car up as hard as you can. I'm going to be careful here not to lose too much gearbox oil. I don't have any gearbox oil to put in here, but I will do the gearbox oil change when I'm back up in Manchester. You're only going to lose a tiny amount. So I'm going to put this under there just to catch any. I'm not too bothered about how it comes out. I don't really care, to be honest. It goes on the floor, it goes on the floor. I've got mud here to chuck on it. But yeah. Right. let's get this drive shaft out. I'm going to do it really, really quickly. So I'm going to get this one in position, really just shove in there, pull out, shove in, crack on. So we're going to do this really, really quickly, guys. Alright, so I've just cleared the work area. One thing I always do, I learned this from my Focus ST to stop it from clonking over time. It won't clonk on this car because it ain't got enough power and torque, but just to prevent it from ever happening, I always put a bit of Loctite on everything there. I'll put it on the shaft and on just a bit on the old nut area as well. I don't put it on there because it's locked into the gearbox with the bearing and the bracket. But yeah, I'm ready to pull it out, so wish me luck. And apologies if you see my fat gut in this. Look at the work, not me. I lost quite a bit of gearbox oil, but luckily I caught it. So what I'll do inside the engine bay in a minute, I'll find the fill hole, should be on the top, and I'll just pour whatever fell out back in. It's fresh gearbox oil because I did it not too long ago, but yeah, I'll just pour it back in. But Christ, got that in there. Going to be here a while getting this in, so give me 2 seconds. Right then guys, half an hour later, bloody hell, that wishbone was a right nightmare to get back in. Oh, they always are a pain in the ass trying to get back into these. But it's in. Also just put the bearing bracket back on. I'll be able to see it through there. Don't forget to put the bracket back on. And then I'm going to chuck that oil back inside the gearbox. And then don't forget to put your new nut on there as well. Always replace it with a new one, which is there. And then we just plonk that on there. Like so, and finish it off that way. About an hour later, or 45 minutes later, something like that, we have a new drive shaft in. I'm going to go indoors now and clean up because I'm covered all over, even my back. I wish you guys could see me. I'm not going to show you me because that's horrible. Anyway, there we go then guys, just put that back on, tighten it back up to 290, 300 meters, something like that, check the specs, put your wheel back on and break it in nice and slowly, you know. I'm going to go back down to my mate's garage after I've washed up, get him to tighten that up for me, and then job's a good one. And I'll catch you on my next video guys. I'm Mr. AJ Focus, thanks very much for watching. There's the old drive shaft. This was just really, really wobbly. You can hear it. That's what I was hearing. That's what I'm hearing when I'm driving. The bearings in there are completely knackered inside that cup. The bearings are completely knackered in there. So now we have a nice new drive shaft going in. Awesome. This has been the Fiesta ZS. I'm sure it's the same for any other Fiesta as well. Good luck doing it. Lots of tools needed. Like I said, it's all between 13, 15, 16 mil, wire brush, WD-40 is your friend, like it always is. Some gloves, a hammer, a soft mallet hammer, and lots of pry bars as well if you need to pry that down. Be careful your hands. I actually got some help to someone to put, mum came out and pushed some weight down on there. I put a big block of wood under there to put it down, and then me lining it up and got it in. But it put up a hell of a fight. Ugh, I can't speak. Yeah, I'm going to go in because I'm literally covered in crap. Have a shower. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, AJ Focus, and go on my new Drive It with AJ Instagram page and YouTube. Sorry, I was sneezing as I was about to say. I wore my mask for the entire time. It actually helps out here. So if you're a hay fever sufferer, wear your masks. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Hopefully no more clonking sound, car. A long drive to Manchester. She's ready. See you later.